Let's go.
Welcome back to Shenanigans. This is episode 11. Right after the triumphant return, we're back on schedule with your weekly episode. We have a packed episode, so let's just get right into it. How was your week?
It's all right. I mean, I've been only working 4 days a week now at work. That's a bit weird. And the eclipse happened today. I mean, how was it? Did that mean anything to you?
It didn't really mean much. Like, the only it would only have meant much if I actually got to see the full thing. But I had to go to work today, so but it was pretty cool at work. Like, I noticed it. I took a picture of it with my phone. I didn't have those little glasses or anything, but like, so I where I was working today, I was in the shop, and basically the big fucking garage door, like, sun was shining halfway into the shop, and then when the eclipse happened, it was shining like 2 inches into the shop, and that's when I noticed the eclipse was going on, and I fucking went outside, and it was just gray. It was really weird.
I didn't see it either. I was trying to cheek it. I was looking on my phone and stuff, and out the window, in the mirror and stuff like that. But I didn't really see anything. I
I,
was keeping an eye out, but nothing happened. That sucks.
I saw it better in 2017 when I had the actual glasses for it. I wish I fucking brought them, because I literally had a pair from 2017. It would have been cool
Man,
to look at it at least.
I don't know. I didn't really care that much. There's this lady at work that's talking about it's a sign of the rapture, though.
Well, I guess it was a sign of the rapture 7 years ago, too.
I remember 2012. Anyway, that's not 7 years ago, but that was last time I thought there was going to be apocalypse. Let's get right into the episode, talking about the moon and stuff. The first thing that happened right away after we stopped recording last week was Stephon Diggs got traded to the Texans for a second rounder.
I know, that's...
What did you think?
That came out of nowhere. Like, I was shocked. I mean, it didn't come out of nowhere, like, honestly. Like, Diggs has been suspected to be traded from the Bills for, like, the last fucking year or two now. But I didn't expect it to be to the Texans, and it just happened. Like, there weren't, like, rumors or anything like there usually is. Like, rumors, talks between these teams happening for this player. No, it just fucking happened. It popped in my feed. And I was like, what? It was... I'm shocked. I mean, I think it was worth it. I think you would... I don't think it was a waste of a trade. But...
I do, because they annihilated the rest of his years. Like, you could have had... He had, like, 4 years left or something like that. I mean, second rounder for... I mean, I guess it's a cap hit, but that's a second rounder. You could have done, like, a conditional third or something like that, depending on if you sign him again after free agency. Like Calvin Ridley.
That's true.
But no.
I guess time will tell if it works out or not, but... And then
The deal was just weird.
It was, because they cut off the end of the four... Like, they cut off all of his years. And now he's just on a 1-year deal, so they're just renting him? Now I'm actually remembering that part of it. I forgot that part even happened. I was just like, oh, the trade happened. Oh, a second round pick. Oh, he's a good player. I forgot they traded for him and then restructured his contract to make it a 1-year deal. So what the hell are they trying to do?
I'm confused. Like, this is just another highlight of how ass you guys have done in the off season. Like, he
Yep.
went to Texas, but instead of Texas in the NFC with his brother, like I'm sure he would have loved, and y'all could have definitely used a second rounder.
Yep.
They go to the AFC contender in Texas. That's crazy.
I mean, were we really an NFC contender?
Playoffs.
We're always quote unquote contenders.
I don't know. Like, Diggs, Cooks, and CD is a pretty good trio,
I know.
but it'll
I
never
was
happen now.
I was hoping for it. I was also hoping for Derrick Henry, and funny enough, I just got to mention how Derrick Henry has a quote that released that said, "They ain't holler at me at all. Shit would have been crazy."
Yeah, woulda.
He would have been. He would have probably signed with us too. It seemed like he wanted to be there from that quote. Thanks a lot, fucking Jerry Jones.
I don't know. Hopefully Diggs isn't totally washed like he was last year, seemingly. Uh, Stroud's good, but maybe he'll do better as not the first option.
Maybe.
Moving on, I wanted to quickly get your guess on who the comeback player of the year is going to be next year in the NFL.
I'm
Um,
I'm going with the fucking easy favorite pick of Aaron Rodgers.
all right, I will wager you Anthony Richardson.
Okay. Ah, shit. He could win it too.
Yeah, I'm big hype on him.
I really like
Quickly.
him too. Funny enough, I was hyped for him even though in college like he didn't he kind of was ass in college. I was shocked he was that high of a draft pick. But it's great to see like how well he translated to the NFL so far in his only like 2 or 3 games that he's played. I hope he can come back and fucking look awesome like he did the first few games of the season.
Only he learns to slide. Hopefully, Cliff Kingsbury teaches Jaden Daniels that if hopefully that's where Jaden Daniels goes, unless he becomes a Viking. I don't know, but whoever gets Jaden Daniels should teach him how to slide, so that doesn't happen. Anthony Richardson is my pick for comeback. Yours is Rogers. Alrighty. We wanted to do a top 5 favorite athletes, all active athletes in all sports list. Let's see. Let's start at number 5. Let's start with you. Who's your fifth favorite active athlete in right now?
Right now, my fifth favorite active athlete, I'm gonna have to go with Francis Ngannou.
That's a good one.
I
I didn't
love
expect that.
I love Ngannou, man. Like, I mean, I know I'm a big John Jones fan, of course, but fucking, I love Francis. I think their rivalry or lack of rivalry, more like them just talking shit to each other. I have my own opinions on it, but like, man, Francis is just so fucking fun to watch, and he's such a cool fucking dude. He just seems dope. He seems like a genuine ass guy, and I like what he stands for. I like how he fucking quit UFC for that shit and said, "Pay the fighters more, bitch."
That's that's pretty good. I like that. Yeah, and he's really exciting to watch. Number 5 for me is going to be Mr. Connor Bedard. He kind of got me to focus on hockey a little bit. He got me watching. Every time I watch him, it's something amazing I never see in hockey. He's always doing something like picking the puck up and doing some trick shot or just smacking it from far out and aiming it perfectly. So I mean, to have a little bit of hockey excitement in my life is cool, and Connor does that. Plus, my uh, my grandma likes to brag that she's friends with the GM of the Blackhawks. So maybe one day I might get to meet Connor. You never know.
Maybe one day you might get to fucking go on the GM phone and make a crazy ass trade.
Connor Bedard traded to the Los Angeles Rams. Hell yeah.
Speaking of
Who you
which,
got at 4?
yeah, speaking of that, my number 4, I actually got Mr. fucking Ozzy Albies. He is a player for the Atlanta Braves. He's awesome. I love him. Fucking him and Acuna's friendship is like really nice to watch on and off the field, and like listening to their mic'd up performances, them talking to each other, and Ozzy's just like a cool ass, like down to earth dude. And then I think it's I think it's cool. Like him and Ronald Acuna both were learning English together. Like I think, or Ozzy might have known some, but Ozzy's English has improved a fuck ton, and Ronald's has too. But Ozzy's improved a lot. Like Ronald got the accent still. I mean, Ozzy still does too, but Ronald has the accent.
Hell yeah. Baseball guys, I don't know. I don't pay attention to baseball, but I'm glad you like it. For me at number 4, I'm gonna go switch it up to NBA. My favorite player in the whole league, Mr. Bol Bol. He was on the Magic a year ago, or yeah, a year ago. That's when I got into it, right? Yeah, when Paulo was a rookie, I saw Bol Bol playing on the Magic, and I was like, "That's a real person playing basketball," because he just like took strides all across the floor, and just like I don't know, he plays so much different than everyone. And then comes Wemby the next year, and it's like okay, I don't know. Bull did it first. I don't care. And then Shaq came out and was like, Wemby does everything Bull can do, but Bull's lazy. That was my Shaq impression. And I don't know. I love him. He's just and I feel so bad that he's stuck on the Suns. You know, I don't think they use him very much, and when they do, he works. You know, it's good. And I thank him for getting me into basketball. I don't know that Paulo would have done it. I like Paulo and I like Cole Anthony, but you know, they didn't get me into the sport.
That's fair. Fucking dude, Phoenix doesn't know how to run their organization.
What Arizona team is good? Like, is there a good Arizona team at all in
um,
any sport?
shit, I don't think so. Is it? Is it just the Suns with their 46-32 record?
I don't know. In the Cardinals, I'm thinking like it made it to the Super Bowl.
Oh, the Diamondbacks. They went to the World
Oh,
Series, but I don't know how they're doing at the start of this season. The season just started in MLB, so it's kind of hard to say if the Diamondbacks are even good or if last year was just a fluke run.
I haven't a clue on that, but what was your number three? Did you do three already?
I did not. My number three is actually going to be a basketball guy. My my top three are all basketball guys. My number three is going to be Jamal Murray. I fucking love
Uh,
I love Jamal Murray. I've loved Jamal Murray since I've watched the Nuggets. He's one of the players that got me into the Denver Nuggets. I'm gonna tell my whole story. I used to be a LeBron bandwagon. I used to only follow him and follow his team and wherever he went, and I got tired of it. And I started thinking of teams. I like the Nuggets. I like their color scheme, and that's the first team I ever heard of. Like growing up, because it was when Carmelo Anthony played for the Nuggets, and I heard my dad talking about the Nuggets and the Lakers, and I just I heard of the Nuggets first, so I chose Nuggets, and it fucking helps to have such a flashy ass dude like Jokic up there, and a fucking dude like Murray who can just drop 50 on you any night for some reason, and shoot crazy, shoot over anybody. He's inconsistent a little bit, but I like him. He's he's a good dude.
I know you really like him. You know what his pubes look like.
Yeah,
You remember
I it
it.
looks like Kevin Durant's head. I, that's just
Dude,
so, bro. I'm just saying, bro. Everyone who hears this and knows what I'm talking about will understand. Everyone will agree with me.
um, I'm surprised there's no football players at all on your list. Okay. For me, number three, I've got fighters coming up now. Sean O'Malley, you know, I don't know, he's inspiring, man. He's a skinny dude, kind of just like I kind of look like him a little bit. You know, that's what people tell me. I'm not trying to be annoying about it, but like I hear it almost every other day. You know, someone at work called me O'Malley today, and I mean, I don't know, he's just really cool, and I love how he fights. Shows that a young skinny dude can be a champion. It's weird. I mean, I'm not gonna go be a champion or anything, but it's definitely inspiring, and he's really fun to watch.
I think it's fucking like, I have such the weirdest opinion of him, dude. Like, I will fucking love him one week, and then the other week I'll fucking hate him. I'll just hate him. Like after he beat Cheeto, I hated him, but I like loved him pretty much up until he beat how the fucking Aljamain. I almost forgot Aljamain's name. I'm sorry.
You just liked him before he was a champion.
Yeah, basically. I mean I also liked Aljo too, so that kind of was like just weird to watch. I know a lot of people hated him. I wasn't hating until this recent fight though. Cause then it fucking
When
it sparked me back up, and cause one of the first fights I ever watched was that Sean O'Malley versus Cheeto Vera fucking first one, and I remember we got into an argument about it right after it happened, and you were talking about the leg and how it was bullshit, and I'm like, nope, you kicked his leg.
Hey, I remember my jujitsu coach at the time. He was talking about that fight before it happened, and he was like, "Hey, man, Don't be surprised if Cheeto wins. That's all I'm saying. That guy's tough. He's good jujitsu. And it was the most fluky, fucking weird win ever. I mean, not one of the weirdest, but it was weird, and it was like Sean just stepped back on his foot weird and fell.
Yeah.
So he couldn't guess it like that. But who
I,
you got at number 2?
at my number 2, I have Nikola Jokic, my favorite player off of my favorite team of all time, the Denver Nuggets. And then you got Jokic. Jokic is fucking hilarious, dude. He's hilarious without trying. I kind of like how he doesn't really care. I feel like that makes him better. How he thinks of basketball as a job, because there are some people who just like are fucking workaholics, and that's kind of what Jokic is. He's a workaholic. He's good at what the fuck he does, and he puts the work in clearly. But he would much rather be at home fucking horseback racing or some shit. I fucking love that about him. That's awesome. And then just watching him is crazy. I got to watch him in person, and it was nuts, dude. Like, you see the passes he does in the game all the time. You watch it on TV, you think, oh my god. You see it in person, and you're like, what? That shit doesn't even, like, that shit looks, it's fucking weird, dude. He did a behind the back pass to the, like, other side of the fucking court, and like went past like 4 different people into Aaron Gordon's hands, and I was just like, what the hell? How the fuck does that happen?
Bol. I mean, not Bol. Paulo does that too. But yeah, I agree. He's less athletic, or he's more athletic than he looks. It's definitely interesting when he performs like that. For me at number 2, I got Edson Barboza, my favorite fighter of all time. He's got a main event against an undefeated prospect coming up. I like shiver with nervousness when he fights, dude. Last time he fought, he threw his signature spinning wheel kick, and it landed. Dude is on wobbly legs, and then the guy went for a takedown. Instead of ground and pounding him when was in top sprawl position, he went for a submission, and I started punching my floor because I was like, "No, you just choked it, man. Damn it!" And then there was 2 more rounds after that where, I mean, Edson won the fight, but it wasn't easy, and he didn't look cute afterwards. He was busted up.
Oh man, I love Edson too. He's not my top 5, but he's a fan favorite fighter for sure. Like,
He's got a personal attachment to me because when I first bought the UFC game, I had started a career mode with him not knowing who he was, and then I figured out who he was, and I was like, I love this man.
you just
And
like
then whenever he fought, yeah, it was weird.
Edson Barboza, guy who keeps getting older but never fucking drops out the top 10.
Yeah. Who you got at your top?
All right, I think you know this one.
Is it your sunshine?
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. LeBron.
I didn't. I thought I was joking. I didn't really think it was, but wow.
It it is. I haven't. I used to be like crazy. Like, you know how you be texting me like you saying I like meat ride like Michigan or like JJ McCarthy or Blake Corum and shit. I was like that, but like tenfold with LeBron, because basketball was the first sport that I got into, and the first game that I watched was Pacers and Cavaliers. It was a playoff game, and I watched that entire playoff series. LeBron just was going off that series. LeBron himself got me into the NBA and basketball and got me to do all this research and shit. And then LeBron himself, he's got no controversies. I mean, he's kind of cringe sometimes, and he does some stupid shit like lies about shit that he shouldn't, like fucking, oh, I had a feeling Kobe was gonna score 81 that game. But I see that shit more. That shit's more like funny. Like, I don't really cringe or anything for real at him. He's a funny dude. He's a good dude. Doesn't have anything wrong with him as far as we know. Not controversial. Fucking, he actually takes care of his children and his family. Fucking good role model. The fucking greatest player to ever do it. I'm glad I got to watch him. Funny enough, I have this fucking paper right here, dude. I wrote a letter to myself during the last eclipse 7 years ago, and I gave myself a question. I said, what team did LeBron retire on? LeBron is not retired. 7 years ago, I was thinking he'd be retired by now, but he's not. That's fucking crazy.
Oh my god. Maybe he'll be a Nugget. Maybe y'all draft Bronny and he's a Nugget with Jokic.
I fucking hope so. That'd be awesome, dude. I tell you what, though, if Bronny gets picked up by, like, the Pistons or some shit, I bet LeBron's staying his ass in L.A.
Sucks because, like, why out of all the teams does he not want to be with us? Because of the bubble? Okay. Who's that one dude who was talking about how the bubble was not a big deal? Steven Adams?
I think so,
Whatever.
yeah. Yeah. I mean,
He's
he's...
like Aussie,
I did... I
right?
mean,
Aussie guy.
yeah, he is New Zealand or Australian. Those places are... They have a very similar accent.
Yeah, but it's like New Zealand is the Samoan ones,
I
mostly.
Yeah, I think he's from New Zealand.
All right. Yeah, I mean, it's funny you mentioned LeBron's your favorite because you do send me a lot of things where it's like, oh man, this is a little bit of information against LeBron's GOAT status. And I'm like, oh yeah, I mean, that makes sense. LeBron, he's kind of a longevity merchant. And you're like, no, bro, you don't understand. And then you hit me with like 5 paragraphs about all his runs. I should have known that. But you hit me. You have described every year of his career to me individually. I just remembered that.
I've been watching his
Yeah.
career. It sucks to hear him say that he's on his last like year or two. That's kind of sad to fucking say, but also it makes me fucking like kind of appreciative that I got to watch him for so fucking long. Like because clearly 7 years ago I thought he was going to be fucking done by now. And I'm still enjoying his greatness. So, I'm appreciating it while I can. Thank you, LeBron.
You think he'll have his retirement set and like everyone will know like when Kobe did it, or
He,
you think he'll just be like, no, I'm done.
I think it'll be like kind of like Kobe. I think he'll have his little farewell tour.
Mm.
Vince Carter did it too, which is weird because like everyone was speculating on when Vince Carter would retire because he played till he was like 46. Motherfuckers thought he would have been retired like for like 10, 15 fucking years.
Oh. Well, moving on from my sunshine, we're gonna go to my number one, and that's you got to guess who you think.
Ah, shit. Is it Puka?
Yeah.
I fucking knew it.
I love Puka. Oh my god, dude. I don't know about any Ram besides Donald, who's now retired, that I would like get more hype when I seen him on the screen. Like Ramsey did when Ramsey got a pick like a few times, I would get hype because Ramsey didn't really get a lot of picks, but he's gone. Donald's gone. Dude, there's 2 more players that McVay said he would stick around for. When after the Super Bowl year, McVay said he would stick around for Cooper Cup, Stafford, Ramsey, and Donald. 2 of those are gone. So
Damn.
hopefully he agrees with me that Puka is worth sticking around for, because then maybe he gets him a little quarterback he likes.
Well, no, I also thought it was fucking weird how Sean McVay was like, I want to retire somewhat soon. And he's in his 30s still, I think? Or he maybe just went into his 40s? And I'm like, bro, there are coaches who, I'm like, you can do whatever you want with your life and your money, because, like, obviously, when you get millions of dollars like that, you could just fucking quit and retire whenever you want. But most coaches, man, will coach into their fucking 70s or 80s or until they die.
I don't know, man.
Sean McVay wants to relax.
He's married and he's got a kid now and stuff. It's like
Bill Belichick
I think
said,
his
"Hey
wife.
kid, you're going to work with me."
Oh yeah, talk about Bill Belichick real quick. That
Uh,
that
oh
picture of
yeah,
him.
picture of him in some fucking Washington gear, man. He was seen at practice, and obviously, of course, it's not a surprise to see Bill Belichick supporting his son's team or supporting his son, but there are some kind of like, will he have something to do with Washington this year with his son being the offensive coordinator? And I'm pretty sure he like advised their new head coach on on hiring somebody. So is he Washington's advisor? Is he following his kid there? I got no. Is he just being a good dad? Who fucking knows?
Hey, Steve has a job and he doesn't. That's funny.
Bruh, I remember he said that shit on the fucking. He said that in the press conference.
He said that, Steve Belichick?
Yeah, he did. He said something about his dad. He said, "Yeah, he's like, oh, what's the difference between you and your dad or something like." Asking like how they coach, and the fucker Steve Belichick just says, "Well, I have a job and he doesn't."
Regarding Mr. Julius Randle, who's out for the season with season-ending surgery.
Damn,
I'm looking at the standings because I wanted to see where the Knicks are at.
they're number 4, I think, or 3.
They're tied with us, but we have like the tiebreaker, I guess. I
Mm.
think we're locked into the 3 seed. I'm pretty sure. I've seen a post about that, but
Well, y'all are locked into the playoffs.
is it?
Yeah,
It's
cause
set. I seen us. Our Instagram said we were, but now I'm looking at here and it doesn't say we're locked in. But
yeah, I
oh
think
well.
y'all just locked the playoffs. I mean, shit, you're making the playoffs.
Jesus Christ, the
It's
Celtics are 62-16. Yeah, so the Magic and the Knicks. Hopefully, I know this sounds bad, but hopefully the Knicks drop a little bit. I don't want to. I don't want them getting any closer to our seating.
that's gonna be,
You know what I mean?
dude. That entire stretch is close between, dude, between Milwaukee and Miami, like all the way from the 2 to the 8 seed in the East. They're all
Yeah,
within a few games of each other, and there's only 4 to 6 games to be played left for each team. So all of that could change, dude. Like Milwaukee could go all the way. Well, Milwaukee's a playoff, but Milwaukee could go all the way down to 6 with if shit goes wrong, and y'all could go all the way down to 10 if shit goes wrong.
you know, I look forward to the Celtics' downfall even more now that they just sit there up top pretty, 62-16.
Dude, they do that
Oh
all
my
the
God.
time. Don't worry.
I know, but like, has it always been this close for the rest?
I mean, it was last year.
Oh, well, at least we're involved this time. Yay. Magic, we could get the second seed, technically, right?
Yeah, you could. You could totally steal it from Milwaukee. You're only a game behind.
I know we have to play Philly twice and Milwaukee twice, I think.
And
Or at least Philly
Embiid's coming
once.
back too. He's suiting up to come back.
Yeah, I'm not confident against the 76ers, really, but with Milwaukee, we have to play them twice, I'm pretty sure. So if we can steal those games, we've done that. Like the last 2 years, we've been great at beating the good teams like the Celtics and losing to the bad ones like the we just lost to the Hornets. So yeah. Poor Julius Randle. Anywho, we wanted to talk about our top 5 NBA logos. Did you want to start at your number 5,
Yes,
or did you want me
I
to start?
did. I'll start off on this one too. Man, my number 5, it's kind of simple, but I'm going to go number 5, Atlanta. I usually hate like simplistic, super simplistic things like this, but Atlanta's logo just fits them. Like I know it's a hawk.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. It looks like a superhero logo, kind of, or something like that.
It does. It's kind of corporate, which I don't like, but the Hawks do it in like the right way. I just don't know how to say, like they do it. They do simplicity in the right way, as other teams don't.
I get that. I like some simplicity ones, but for my number 5, I had the Pelicans. I really like their pelican that they got there. It kind of looks like a badge you would put on like a military uniform or something like that. I like how it looks. It's pretty sharp, and I don't know what it is. It's just like the colors. I feel like fit New Orleans a little bit. I don't know. It's not like the Saints or nothing, but I like how it is, and I like how sharp it is. If that makes sense.
I feel that. Going to my number 4. My number 4 is going to be the Orlando Magic. Actually, I think y'all have a
Yeah.
super dope fucking logo and super dope like uniforms. I really like y'all's uniforms and team branding as a whole. There's nothing bad I could say about it, and the colors are dope.
I do think our logo is the best one that is a basketball itself. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But for my number four, I got yours, the Denver Nuggets. I feel like it is equally, it's like a Boy Scout pin, kind of. Like a lot of them, I feel like I could see pinned to someone's vest or shirt, a lot of these logos, but yours, I don't know. It looks like you achieved something with that logo. And I mean, you just did, so maybe you'll do it again. I like how it looks, though. It's nice and uniform, but it's bright. The gold in it stands out. And I like how the pickaxes look. I don't know. It's kind of like I don't know, like the Buccaneers a little bit, like this the cross design.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Crossbone. Now my number three is actually was actually pretty tough for me to decide, but number three is gonna be Miami Heat. It's a classic logo. It's fucking awesome. It's been their logo forever, pretty much. I mean, they've changed the color of it from like orange to red, but the logo, the fucking ball on fire going through the hoop, that's been it forever. They haven't changed it. They haven't changed it for a reason. They shouldn't change it. It's perfect.
Oh yeah. I don't like the Heat, so I didn't include them. But so my number three was the Magic. I love ours so much. It's like Chargers logo kind of sharp, but it's a nicer blue, and it's sparkly looking and electric, and it really you can see it, and that's like it looks magical. I don't know. I look forward to when we win a finals, and I can get that logo tattooed on me, like my Rams logo.
Fuck yeah. Coming in at number two, I got the Minnesota Timberwolves. Minnesota's had cool logos back to back, man. Their last logo I thought was pretty cool too. You didn't like it. You didn't like that wolf or whatnot, but I like the little woods around it. But here's the current one. The current one is just they do simplicity perfect too. They got the wolf there, and they got the wolf, and he's in a basketball. The wolf's eye
He's
is
in a basketball.
the wolf's eye is green, and right in the middle, right above the wolf, they have a little star, which I think is cool. They do, and they also have really, really nice colors. I like the color scheme of navy blue, a slightly lighter blue, and green. I don't know why.
I
It's just
respect
hard.
you for that. I respect it. I mean, I like the newer one than the older one for sure. It's a lot slicker. Um, but for my number two, I like the Thunder's logo. I think it's bright and it's like modern. You could see that on like a billboard or something. I like their colors a lot. It's very bright. Some of the teams aren't so bright, and I don't know. I like popping colors. It's like you put that color scheme on an energy drink or something.
You're so right. They do look like a fucking energy drink.
Yeah, I like it. It's like what do they want? Are they called Nas?
Yeah,
Nas's? Like,
yes. I love
mhm.
those. Those are like the only fucking energy drinks I could actually tolerate.
Can't say I've had one.
They're decent. I like the grape ones. Coming in at my number one might be a shock. Not really though. The Milwaukee Bucks have the coolest fucking logo to me, and have always had the coolest logo since they switched to this in 2017 from that way more detailed buck that looked like an actual buck. Like that looked weird. This looks cool. And you can even see the M there in the buck's neck. The antlers are cool. The buck looks fucking menacing as fuck. It's it's just a cool ass logo, man. The Bucks have the best logo in the NBA in my opinion.
I thought about putting them in there because I like it, but it's kind of weirder. Like it's not as circular or like logo like the rest of the ones. If you look at it alongside the others, it's just like a picture and not like a banner or like a stamp looking thing like the rest of them. I don't know. I mean, it just stood out. I liked it though. That's a good honorable mention. My number one, it might shock you, I guess, but it's the Celtics to me. I think it's so classic. I just love that little dude. I mean,
His name is
I
Lucky.
would.
I like Lucky too, honestly.
Yeah, I like him. And when I was a kid, I really liked playing the Celtics on NBA Jam or whatever because they look, their uniforms are good and their logo was cool. But I don't know, their team. I just don't know. The vibe around them is not great. The Magic, along with Bol Bol, and I'll tell y'all, Bol Bol and the social media team are what got me into it, man. Like they're so hype about every win. They love every one of their players. I learned a lot about the team just through like their Instagram. It was cool, so that's how I got into them. But yeah, Celtics are good too. I just don't like the team like that enough to be a fan.
I feel that. I do gotta say that is a pretty fucking iconic logo. They literally I think that's been their logo forever. Like
Yeah.
literally since like the 40s and 50s. I think that's been their logo. So shit, man. I mean, I have two honorable mentions. I just wanted to say, well, three. The Hornets.
Pretty
Now
cool.
it's gonna be four. The Hornets. I think they're cool. I like their color scheme. I like the Hornet. It just didn't make the cut. Toronto. I like your logo. I like the claws, but there's something about that old cartoon raptor, man. You did away with that and you went with simplicity. It's cool, but no, sorry. And then, of course, the Houston Rockets. I think they'd probably be my number six. Honestly, they I like their logo. I like the little fucking hoop and the little things on the bottom of the R that make it look like a rocket ship flying up. Like it literally like they make the R look like a rocket. It's cool. And then
Rocket is good.
this is an honorable mention, which might seem weird, and because people are gonna be like, "What the fuck even is this logo?" But the Trailblazers. I like the Trailblazers logo a lot. It looks like a fucking hurricane, but I just realized what it actually meant. It's a
Now,
logo. Well, no, but I looked it up a few weeks ago, and it's supposed to be the five players from each team. Each line represents the players from each team.
that's weird.
It's
I don't know.
kind of cool. I like it.
I didn't have any honorable mentions because I kind of made this list up this morning when I forgot that I didn't make that list. But
It's like the
you know,
fast pace of the game.
I
A lot
meant.
of
I mean, I
lines.
meant everyone that listed. I meant it, but I didn't have the time to do honorable mentions. I want to talk about the John Jones controversy going on right now. Did you read about any of that? I've sent you some things, but I don't know. Have you seen it?
I have not. What the hell's going on with John Jones?
Oh man, you don't check your DMs, right?
Is it
Okay,
because he kicked that guy?
he didn't kick anybody as far as I know, but he's arrested right now
What?
because a drug, not a drug dealer, a drug tester claimed that he threatened her life while he's super intoxicated while she was getting a sample from him. And I guess he was having a party, and then he released a statement saying that he didn't say anything like that, and that they came over while he was at a party, and she broke HIPAA laws or something like that. It was very unprofessional. But there's a video footage of him just like high fiving her and saying bye bye to them as they left. So it's really weird, but he's under arrest, as far as I know.
Damn. So that damn. Damn, so the security footage is well, of course,
Oh,
nothing is 100% incomplete, but if they were being all friendly and shit on the security footage, damn, John, you might have actually caught yourself in a fucking innocent situation for once.
I just sent it to you on Instagram. Peep that. Oh yeah. Also, while you're looking at that, the UFC apparently is rumored to be adding some new types of gloves or something like that. New equipment protocol. They're going to be talking about it during the weigh-ins for UFC 300. So yeah, we'll see what happens. This might be like when they used the new turf at the Super Bowl a couple years ago.
Hmm,
If they decide to use new gloves for UFC 300.
that would be crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, so John Jones is arrested at the moment. I don't know that he's out. I don't know if he's innocent or not. I'm sure he said something stupid. I saw that man act a fucking idiot when some cops had him pulled over and he was drunk. So I don't know why he wouldn't do that to a lady. You know, he's beat his wife. He's threatened police. He's attacked Daniel Cormier. He's hid from USADA under the UFC cage. So, you know, I don't doubt anything.
And USADA's gone.
Yeah, and now he's threatening to kill the replacements.
That's
Yeah.
not funny, but I hope it's not fucking true. Like, I hope John is being serious. Like, I mean, but from what I see, that's just them leaving. That was a very weird and soft high five.
Yeah, they're probably scared.
I was about to say, dude, like, I'd probably be, like, even if nothing did happen, I'd just be scared shitless just because I'm standing next to a dude who's fucking 6'4", 250, and is just casually known as the greatest fighter to fucking grace the planet.
Dude, I saw what like a couple years ago. He got arrested in Vegas for being drunk after beating his wife, and then the cops arrested him, and he was like, "If you take these cuffs off, I bet you're not so tough," or something like that. And then he was like, "I hate you," and he slams his head into the cop car. So you know, nothing's not possible when John is drunk. You know.
Damn.
Uh,
Fucking.
anyway,
It seemed like them motherfuckers were scared of John even when he had the cuffs on.
I'm sure everybody except like Francis Ngannou is terrified of John Jones.
I was about to say, unless you're like a fighter in that weight class who's even fighters in that weight class probably fucking fear him.
He kind of got it. He's got aura, man. But
I mean,
anyway,
yeah, never losing.
moving on. The other topic I wanted to talk about, or a couple, I got a couple, but another one I wanted to say was Mark Coleman got out of the hospital and everything. He's been training again and all that. And there's been conversation that maybe he should be the one to crown the winner of Max Holloway versus Justin Gaethje for the BMF title, because you know he just like survived a house fire and saved his parents.
That's
Pretty bad motherfucker.
that's when that's when no matter who the fuck wins the fight, they're both gonna both fighters are gonna come together, and whoever gets that belt, he's gonna take it off, and then they're both gonna wrap it around Mark Coleman.
That'd be an amazing picture. That'd be really cool. Um, but speaking of those fighters, UFC 300 is gonna have 26 fighters total compete. It's also 10.8% of all UFC champions in history competing at UFC 300. So just imagine, like, yeah, 10% of every champion in history that's crazy. But they're
Damn.
all 26 of them are gonna be talking at once in the press conference this week. So usually, fight Saturday, press conference is like Thursday or Wednesday. So I'm excited to see what they get up to in the press conference there. I don't really know who might call each other out, who's all in the same weight class. So it'll probably just be like a bunch of people talking at Pereira and going like Shama and like Charles, and I don't know, people harassing Armin Sarukian and Jamal Hill. We'll see what happens, but anywho, yeah, they're all gonna be at a big. It's the first time they've ever done that, and that's the most fighters they've ever had at a press conference. So that could be interesting. But let's move on.
Sounds like a big argument waiting to happen.
Davison Figueiredo, former champion, versus Cody Garbrandt, former champion.
Oh, I see that. Okay. Holy fuck, that's damn. What an opener.
It's the first fight. Yeah.
I got Cody.
Really?
Yeah, I know Figueiredo should be able to fucking get to that weight class. He should be fine, and his power, he was a powerful motherfucker at fly. So I can only imagine how powerful he is at bantam, but I got Cody, man, just cuz that's his weight class.
Yeah, I could see Cody upsetting Figueiredo by being faster than he thinks he's gonna be, but I don't know. I'll go with Cody also. He's been wrestling a lot more than he did when he was going up to the title, so maybe he can wrestle a little bit and sneak in some control time. Uh, Bobby Green versus Jim Miller.
Fuck, man. Um, I I'm gonna predict Bobby Green, but I really want Jim Miller to go out on top.
I'm gonna go Bobby as well. I don't think he's getting finished, and I think he'll just pop at Jim's face.
It'll be it'll be sad to watch because I'm pretty sure this is Jim Miller's last fight, and then for him to be fighting on 100, 200, and 300 is just crazy.
That's historic.
Dude, and he has
Hopefully,
the most wins, doesn't he?
yeah,
Most
I'm pretty
wins,
sure.
most fights. And dude, he's what a fucking weird career. I don't think he's won a belt, has he?
No, he's not even sniffed the belt.
But he just fucking he's a name.
His
He's got
his
that
longevity.
his longevity and he's got fucking he's got records because of it.
Yeah, I mean he's got some pop in him still though. Like I can't remember who he knocked out pretty bad a couple of fights ago. But he's still got some power. So that's cool. But moving on, we got Jessica Andrade versus Marina Rodriguez. Do you know about either of them?
I know Andrade.
Yeah, I think Marina Rodriguez is gonna jab at at Andrade's face for 3 rounds. So I'll go with Rodriguez.
I'm also gonna go Rodriguez here, just looking at the record.
She's pretty good, Rodriguez, but I don't know. She's not craziest finisher or anything. Uh, Next up, we got Jalen Turner and Renato Moicano. I got Renato Moicano by submission. I'm
Mm.
gonna go by submission in round 3.
I like Jalen
It,
Turner for fucking no reason at all. I watched his fight one time. I think he I think he lost, but I still like him. Go Jalen.
he loses some pretty unfortunate fights for sure. I mean, he's still got a dog in him though, and I like watching him fight. So yeah. And next up, we're gonna move on to the prelims. Sadiq Youssef versus Diego Lopez, fan favorite. Who you got there?
Sodiq. I got Sodiq.
All right, I'm gonna go Diego by submission. Just spice it up a little bit. We've picked all the same guys. Next up, who you got? Holly Holm and Kayla Harrison. Do you know anything about Kayla Harrison?
I don't, but I see she's 16-1. I know who Holly Holm is, obviously.
Okay, so Kayla Harrison is like supposed to be the second coming of Ronda Rousey, right? She was undefeated until her last fight, which was against some girl who she already beat before, and she lost the decision, which I think really should have lowered her stock some more. But then she came into the UFC anyway, and but she's a two-time gold medalist in judo in the Olympics, so she's really achieved there. But if you've seen Ronda Rousey versus Holly Holm, you've seen her deal with a judoka before.
I was about to say if if you say she's the next coming of Ronda Rousey and then she's fighting Holly Holm, okay, I got Holly Holm then.
I'm gonna go with Holly because Kayla just lost to a bum, and I don't know. Holly still performs pretty well. Eh. And the thing about it is, Kayla Harrison has had trouble making 145 pounds before, which is the weight class she was competing at. 'Cause she's a big lady. She's really strong, or at least muscular or whatever. But uh, now she's going down to 135, which could drain her. We'll see. I feel like she'll get tired after a bit of Holly Holm body kicks.
Hopefully.
So I got Holly.
I like Holly, so hopefully Holly.
All right. Calvin Kattar versus Aljamain Sterling.
Fuck Calvin Cater. Aljamain.
Uh,
I also genuinely think Aljamain could probably fucking win this too.
I'm thinking Calvin Kattar, man. I don't know. I feel like he's gonna be small for 145.
He might
We'll
be.
see.
He was big for Bantam.
I got Calvin.
He might. I think he's gonna hug over. I think he's gonna hug Calvin to death.
He couldn't do it to Sean, man.
Hey
But
man,
we'll see.
Sean is super fucking long, and Sean is also like really accurate too. He's really skilled. I mean, I'm not saying Calvin Cater isn't skilled because he's totally fucking skilled, but I don't think he's as skilled as Sean O'Malley.
No, he's not. But Calvin still hits hard, and we'll see what
That's true. Calvin could
Aljamain's.
knock him out.
We'll see what happens. Yeah, with his chin there. But next up, we got a pretty cool featured prelim: Yuri Prohaska versus Alexander Rakic, who's Rakic and Calvin Cater are both coming off of torn ACLs, which is interesting for them that they're back in
And
this, right after each other.
Rakic and Yuri are both coming off injuries, right?
Rakic tore his ACL, and then Yuri got knocked out versus Alex and claimed he had a staph infection.
Mmm.
So I
I
don't know, but
remember
I
that.
got Alexander Rakic on that one.
I also got Rakic. I'm not the biggest believer in Yuri. I have never been the biggest believer in him. Even
Oh, he's a fraud.
I've always thought that like even before he got his title shot, like I fucking kind of thought he just fought weird. Like that's just his thing. He fights weird. That's really what he's known for.
That's it. He's just big and he hits hard and it's weird. But as soon as somebody figured him out, I mean, Pereira barely had to hit his chin.
Pereira barely has to fucking hit anyone's chin. Pereira could probably fucking flick my fucking forehead and I'd be dead.
You realize now that since we're agreeing on all of these picks, you're gonna mostly be wrong. But anyway, we're moving on to the main card here. Bo Nickel versus Cody Brundage.
I'm gonna believe in the hype. I'm gonna go Bo.
I don't care. I'll go Cody with the upset. I mean, knockout in the first round. That would be amazing. I'm sick of Bo. He shouldn't be on the main card. It's an insult to everybody below him. But after him is Charles Oliveira and Armin Sarukian.
Oh man, I think I think Sarukian is gonna win.
Yeah, me too.
I really want Charles to win so bad. I hope he does. I hope he fucking shows up. But I got Sarkion.
I
Sarukian.
got Sarukian by decision. Yeah. Next up we got Gaethje versus Justin Gaethje versus Max Holloway.
Justin Gaethje will knock down Max Holloway for the first time in his career and also win the BMF belt.
Yeah, I'm thinking TKO by leg kicks from Justin Gaethje. To be honest,
I think he might. I think he might fucking knock him out. Like actually,
maybe. I'm hoping not.
Max got fucking
It would be
crazy
sad.
chin. It would be sad because I like Max and I like his whole fucking big chin. Been hit 5 billion times and never knocked down.
All right, next we got the Battle of China. We got Weili Zhang versus Jian Jianan. All right, do you have any picks for that?
I don't know much about Jan, so I'm gonna go with Whaley, just because I know her. She's fucking monster every time I watch her, damn near. Except for when she fights Rose.
Yeah, I'll mix it up here and I'll go Yan by knockout. She's got some power for a straw weight, so maybe we see Weili kind of show off that she's taking some damage or something from the Rose fights or whatever. I don't know. I'd like to see it stay in China with switch hands. Would be funny.
That would be funny.
Next up, I picked Jamal Hill to knock out Alex Pereira. I'm manifesting it.
As you know, I like Jamal Hill a lot too, and I totally believe in him, and I think he's more skilled than Alex. But I got Alex by knockout. It's fucking my favorite light heavyweight fighter versus your favorite light heavyweight fighter.
Dude, I'm in a group chat where they've been eating me alive for like months leading up to this. Cause I like Jamal Hill and they don't, so it's like
How do you
I
not
don't
like
know.
Jamal Hill?
I mean, they don't hate him, but they like Alex more, so it's like he's the enemy for now. And then one dude likes Ankalaev, which is weird, but you know,
Yay, go
his
Magomed.
opinion doesn't matter. Huh?
I said, yeah, go Magomed.
No, that guy's a pussy.
I'm just, I'm just saying that was random. A fucking Ankalaev fan.
Yeah, he's weird. He wants Armin Sarukian to beat Charles. He wants Ankalaev to be champion. He's weird, but yeah. I
He
mean,
just,
my reputation kind of stakes with it's in Jamal Hill's hands, you know.
I feel that. I think it will probably end up that way, but I got Alex. Just because he can fucking knock you out at any time. Jamal can knock him out at any time too. That's gonna be a good fight. I think Alex is a
Man,
little. I think Alex is a little overhated, or at least he was. I don't know about now, but everyone was like, "Oh, he's just the knockout power," but he's super like technical, and his leg kicks are his biggest strength.
yeah, I don't like how much people love him. He got fast tracked like a motherfucker.
I do get that. I can totally understand like not liking Alex because he did fucking just get put on the map and put on the spot immediately without having to
He's fun
prove
to watch.
himself.
I mean, he's fun to watch, but like, I don't know. Okay, he beat Izzy. Does this mean that there was also this dude this weekend whose last name was Almeida, and he beat Alex apparently once in kickboxing? Is he gonna get the fast track? That's lame. You know, Izzy kind of got a fast track, but he had more fights than Alex did before he got a championship fight.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
mean,
I don't know.
Izzy's run felt kind of different too. Like I was there to at least watch him win the belt. That was fucking weird. That was just a weird time. It was a cool time too. Israel Adesanya's come up. I wish I was around for more of it. Cause now everyone's just like, oh, all he does is just fucking point fight and fucking be gay on the internet.
Yeah, when I was first becoming a fan, my first card was Joanna Young Jacek versus Weili Zhang as the co-main. The first one, which was like a banger women's fight. So I saw like the best women's fight ever. And then one of my guys, Izzy, at the time, just super boring fight. And it was like, damn, that sucks. But every women's fight after the Weili Zhang Joanna one was underwhelming.
Yeah.
But anyway, I had one more little quick topic before we get into the wrapping up here. I just wanted to ask you, what's your favorite kind of fighting in sports that's not planned? Like clearing the benches in baseball or hockey fights or UFC crowd fights. Well, what do you got? What's your favorite?
Hockey fights are always going to be my favorite. It's my go-to sport fight that's not a combat sport. Of course.
Which one? I
Hockey,
didn't
of
hear.
course.
Oh yeah.
Like, of course, like, I've also been to hockey games, so I've seen some fights too. And it's fucking cool when it happens. And honestly, I'm surprised they don't fight more often with how much they slam each other into the fucking wall. Like, I'd be pissed off. I'd be like, hey, you better stop slamming me into this wall, motherfucker, before I shove this stick up your ass.
Bro, I don't know. Like, it's just so funny. Hockey is kind of, it lets you have fights, and baseball kind of lets you get away with it too. But you know, I love oh shit. I like basketball. Like when they fight. Like what that dude going after LeBron or Draymond choking Rudy Gobert. Just like, I mean, they don't fist fight, but like when people go at it, it's funny in NBA.
You're right, though. Like, when it doesn't get held back immediately, like, it always gets held back immediately. Fucking dude, I've probably shown you this or sent you this like multiple times, but the best NBA fight ever, Malice at the Palace. It was a fight between everybody, dude. It was Pistons versus Pacers back when they were both really fucking good, and like that game got canceled because of the fight.
You
Like
know this.
it was crazy, dude. I think somebody poured a beer on Ron Artest, and then Ron Artest got fucking mad, walked up to the wrong fan, and then punched him in the face.
Well,
He
this
didn't.
is a perfect segue. right into the shenanigan of the week.
The Shenanigans of the week.
The shenanigan of the week goes to the New Jersey Devils and the New York Rangers. 5 seconds into their most recent game, they just all started fighting each other at the same time. Everybody picked a guy and just started going at it. That sounds just like Malice at the Palace without the crowd.
The hockey can't fucking get the crowd involved. They got the little windows up.
Yeah, I mean, it's a shame. It's surprising you don't see like people crowding pro football fields and very much. But yeah, that hockey fight was pretty funny. Watching everybody just pick a dude and fight. Some people grabbed each other. Some people squared up from a distance. They were all they knew what was going on right away.
I was fucking ready.
Did you? If anybody listens to this and they catch it before Saturday, we're gonna catch the main card, and we're gonna stream our reactions on Discord, or we're gonna record it and upload it as the episode for next week. Our upload schedule is gonna try to be on Sundays. We're gonna try to have every episode up on a Sunday. So yeah, appreciate everybody who keeps in touch and listens to the episodes.
Yes, appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank you all for listening. Welcome back to your regularly scheduled content. No more breaks, hopefully. Hopefully fucking shit in sports will fucking keep on rolling like it has been these past few weeks and there won't be a dead period. But, shit. It's been a good one, a great episode. Happy to do it.
Peace.